Good morning. Welcome to our Monday morning meditation. Good to be here with you today. Just a quick announcement that we will not meet live next week, but I certainly invite you to take a look at any of the previous Monday morning meditations during this time to keep the time and space of meditation going. I'll be with family for the 4th of July Independence Day holiday, and so we'll be not able to meet live, but I will certainly be with you all in spirit for sure. So today I was thinking about the concept of judgment, of judging and judgment. And we as human beings are judging all the time, all the time. If you ever have noticed in your meditation time that your brain is just going 100 miles an hour, evaluating this, dissecting that, analyzing the other thing, and back and forth all over the place. And it's judging, right? That's analyzing is a form of judging something to understand it or, to dissect it a little bit. And there's a place for that. And I like to differentiate between a couple of concepts. One is judgment, and the other is discernment. When we are condemning something else, criticizing it, maybe even thinking it's more wonderful than anything else, we are judging. And that's fine. It's part of human nature. Judging can be how we know what's right for us and what's wrong for us because we have a strong opinion about one thing and we like one thing over another. And so it helps us kind of move along in life. But there's the judgment is attached to emotion. This is all semantics, but just to kind of help us understand a couple of different concepts here. Judgment is tied into our emotions. So when we say, I don't like that restaurant, that's our opinion. And it came from some kind of experience of that particular restaurant or type of food or clothing or color or whatever, pick your topic. It came from an experience of that thing that led us to make that decision about that thing. And that's fine. But discernment is the it's the quality of being able to choose between something or to notice the qualities of something, whether it's that restaurant or, that color, person, um, food, whatever it can be, any topic under the sun. But we notice something about that subject and we just notice it. We're not adding a value judgment to it. We're not adding emotion to it. We're just noticing. We're just noticing. You go to a restaurant, you look at the menu, and if we're judging the food items on that menu, we're like, oh my gosh, that is disgusting. I can't believe they even put those two things together. Or, oh wow, that is my favorite. Oh my gosh, they do it right here. Nobody else does it right. They do it right here. That's judgment. Whether we're excited about it or disgusted by it, that's judgment. Discernment is looking at the menu, noticing what's available, and choosing the thing that feels like what our body is wanting in that moment. That's discernment. There's no judgment. There's just a noticing what resonates and what doesn't without it being a big deal, without making something else wrong because of our choosing the thing that in the moment felt right to us. That discernment is so valuable in our everyday lives. The judgment isn't necessary, but we do it as human beings. We just do. But noticing, being able to notice that, like, okay, do I need to have all that energy around this thing? Or can I step back and say, why am I judging this so harshly? Why am I judging this so harshly? Why do I need to have all the emotions in on this topic instead of being able to say, yeah, that doesn't feel right to me. That doesn't feel good to me. That's fine. Feels good to somebody else. Okay, great. You know, there we have our limits on those kind of things, um, but our discernment is important. So as we're in our meditation time, we are always watching what's happening in our mind, whether we are aware of it or not. It's always happening because that's how our brain puts things in boxes, puts things in categories and knows what to do. It's like, okay, do I need to get upset about this? Okay, personal history says, yes, I need to get upset about this. So we're going to get upset about this now. Okay. And, then we have, just all sorts of things going on all the time. We can be more mindful of that and work with that toward discernment so that we can be aware of, okay, I can let this emotion go. It's not necessary. It really isn't necessary. And sometimes we need to do more processing around something if we have a lot of strong, what we would label as negative emotion around a topic. There's more work there to do. There's journaling, forgiveness, kind of bringing that up and seeing what is it that is hooking me into emotion around this topic. I don't need to do that. And it's my job to let it go if I'm going to let it go. And then there's our discernment, which are, you know, around a lot of things that we don't have energy around, but we're still doing it. And it's still good to notice. It's good to notice, oh, I'm discerning that. Okay, great. That feels good. It feels clear. There's no emotion that starts revving us up, winding us up. It just is. So as we're in our meditation time, I want you to just notice judgment and notice discernment and being able, we're just going to practice today being able to discern between the two as thoughts come up in our minds, which happens, right? Because we're human and that's what brains do, and they've been doing it for a long time. And as we watch it, we get to be aware of something we need to work on more deeply, which is good information, or just be aware of how things are flowing in and through us, and if we need to make a different decision in the moment because of what we're discerning about a given situation, what we're going to have for lunch. Okay, so I invite you to get comfortable in your seat, your chair. Let me take a couple of deep breaths. Just bringing that air in through the belly, letting it out. Let's just do a few of those deep belly breaths. Breathing out through the mouth, letting it all go. Let our breathing return to its natural pace. Mm. Just let your body relax in the chair. Let your attention be on your breath. And just notice the thoughts that come to mind. And at first, we're going to just notice if we can identify if it's a judgment or a discernment. This is a little more mind activity than we usually do in our meditations, but we're just going to do this for a few moments. And as we practice this, we become very aware and very good at noticing the quality of the thoughts. Whether something has emotion that draws us in and knots us up a bit inside, or if we're just noticing something and noticing the discerning thoughts don't have the emotional pull. I invite you to just notice that for a few moments. And bring your attention back to the breath. And as we practice this, noticing those thoughts and being able to tell if we are judging with an emotional pull or discerning, we can deepen that practice of just watching our thoughts, not getting involved in them, just letting them go by. This is a powerful practice to continue throughout the day, noticing when we're judging versus simply discerning. That path will lead us to see what we need to work on, to look at more deeply, to forgive, release, let go, heal. And our discerning mind space is our clear thinking that helps us out so much. And if you can meditate for a while longer today, I invite you to do so. If you need to go about your day, just take a deep breath or two. Feel your feet on the floor, wherever they're resting. Feel your body in the chair and just let your body stir a little bit and bring that energy all around your body. And I do invite you to continue this practice of watching your thoughts always, but especially being able to notice when you are judging something versus simply discerning and just noticing the difference. And just watch that. You don't have to even do anything about it yet. Just notice it and watch it and see what comes forth for you. We're all different. Even though our brains all work alike, we have different stories, we have different content that's happening inside. So just learn your own and it will beautifully serve you moving forward. So have a wonderful Independence Day celebration. I think we really need it right now and enjoy. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye.